I have a confession to make. I still don't have my Lydia. I know, it's so bad. I've been playing on this main account for years now, and I still don't have her, and it's embarrassing, and I want to fix it. But recently we were able to make a huge step in the right direction. So I only needed 2 more final bosses in 2 areas of the Faction Wars. One was Knight's Revenant. I still need that. You see, I've got these 63s all over the place. Knight's Revenant is 61. Another area I needed it for was Shadowkin, and we were able to recently finish that. In this video, I'm going to go through and show you which champions I was using for the team for Shadowkin before. I was able to finish off that last boss, but I could never get those 3 stars that I needed. So I'll show you which team I was using previously, then I'll show you which team I was able to change it to that made a really big difference and got me to that 3-star. And we did it. So let's get into who I built for Shadowkin and who I needed to put in a little more resources to build so that we can make this thing happen. First and foremost, I did have quite a few decent champions for this, right? I have a ninja, I have a Genzin who could hit hard, he's pretty fun. I've got a freaking Genbo. Genbo, this guy hits like a champ, especially with one of his abilities where he actually increases his crit rate and his crit damage and then takes an extra turn. And that extra turn turns into the Heartless Blitz, which attacks all the enemies and does a whole lot of damage, and he does great. Hold up, click link in the description right now to get Uugo for free, as well as 2 more amazing epics as you level up. Here are the exact steps you need to follow. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Here you go, you find Uugo here, as well as Tagoar and Rector Drath as you progress through the game. Then, use promo code SUPREME6 to get yourself an insane Void Legendary, Supreme Galek. This is an amazing account start in Raid, so go ahead and click my link right now and follow the steps. I have some decent champions, but somewhat recently, I did get an Oboro. Some of you were commenting that I should maybe use her for Hydra, because I've mentioned a couple times I was struggling with Hydra. We're working on it. This is not going to be her final build, I don't think. This is just what I put on her for now. So some of the champions for the team that I previously used for Shadowkin were just these top ones that I have built out. I had Ninja, Genzin. I think I was using, I'm not even gonna pronounce that, y'all are gonna mess me up. We have a perfect freaking soulstone on this guy, which is fantastic. And he's got some stuns in his kit, I believe. He was pretty good. He's got some tankiness. He was great. Thing with Genbo is he hits really hard, but of course you have to be careful about him dying quickly because he doesn't have a whole lot of survivability involved. So that was the basic team I was using before, and then I would add in, you know, here and there different players. Like I was able to like beat the level with 1 star with Hotatsu, and I think I was able to also do it with Sachi, and I was able to do it with Fenshi, but however, these guys are not fully 6-starred yet. They're not fully built out. You can even see I took from him. I stole from him. They're not fully built out, so I was using like these top champions who are, and then trying to add in these other ones, and they just weren't cutting it. Now let's discuss which team put me over the edge and got me those 3 freaking stars on that final boss in Faction Wars, which got me 1 step closer to getting my Lydia, which is going to happen. So not only was I going on, you know, tools like Hell Hades, and I was looking at what other people were building, and I just did all this research to see what other people are doing for Shadowkin to kind of see if maybe I have like a secret champ somewhere who I just totally ignored and needed to build up, which I might still have that, I don't know. But after looking up everybody else's builds and what they did, I decided to finally just do what you're supposed to do and go in and look for what I need. So for instance, I have damage. We've got some good damage dealers. And then I was able to get the Oboro. I built her up, built her out, got all of her masteries going. We've got the damage involved. Then I realized that because we have such high damage dealers who don't have a lot of survivability, we're just dying too early, or they weren't able to make it to the end, so we can't get those 3 stars. To get the 3 stars, you have to be able to have all of your full team survive all the way to the end. So we have some damage dealers, but of course their survivability isn't always that high, especially when you have hard hitters, and they were dying and we weren't able to get those 3 stars. To get the 3 stars, you have to be able to survive the full boss, all the way through, and nobody dies, nobody gets offed. I just really needed a reviver, so I went in, I was like, I don't think I have any revivers. I haven't checked for a long time if I have a Shadowkin reviver. I actually do have a reviver. Now the thing with Sachi is that she actually only revives whenever she kills an enemy, so that one was a little bit, it's not really one that can always be dependent on. But then I have a Kinagashi, which is freaking awesome because she does revive an ally. It's only 1, but that's all I needed, and it'll give the ally 50 HP and a 50% turn meter, and will also place a 60% increased debuff for that ally for 2 turns. So it not only revives one ally, but gives them a little more survivability, so they can wait until their next turn and hopefully get going again. while she's not a crazy champion, I literally don't use her anywhere else, which is why she wasn't built out. I think I had her at level 40 maybe. I think I hadn't touched her since I got her. And I decided to just go all in with her in hopes that one revive, one ally would help get us through. So I did build her out, got all of her masteries, got her to level 6. She's not booked out. I do want to note that. I haven't booked her out, and the main reason for that is because I try to only use my books during CVCs, especially during PR CVCs. So I wasn't able to book her out, but I wanted to give it a try to see if I could at least, get her there. Another note is that we don't have all of her gear maxed out. She doesn't have everything to level 16 yet. So even then, we were able to use her in our new team, and it did make a big difference when we were trying to get through and finish up that 3-star for the Shadowkin faction boss. All right, so I added her in, which made a difference. And then I also added in Oboro. I built Oboro out, got all of her max masteries. She's also almost fully booked out. She's not quite there. Again, just noting that so that y'all can see that not everything is perfect. We don't have everything built out yet. And yet we were able to get the 3-star for the factions, which kind of, makes me actually a little bit upset, right? Because I haven't been able to finish to get my Lydia for so long. And then to see that I have it available, and they didn't even have to be fully booked out. They didn't have to be fully leveled up or upgraded to the full extent, and they were still able to get me there. So I did play around with this a little bit. I had to do quite a few different runs. I tried, different champion synergies and to see what we needed to be able to get to that faction war boss. The struggle was trying to keep everyone alive till we got to the faction war boss, and then we were able to get through her actually a lot more easily than the actual waves beforehand. But here's the team that we used. So we did use Oboro. I love her. I can't wait to try out in Hydra. Let me know if you have a Hydra team that you use Oboro for. I would love to try her out too. We've got Kinagashi. We also used Genbo. I love him. He's great. We used Ninja, and then finally we did use Genzin. We weren't able to use the guy that I will not say out loud because I don't want to mess up his name. We did not actually end up using him, which was interesting because I've had him, level 60. He's not like crazy good in many different areas, but of course that little bit of my ego is like, but I have like a full blessing on him, and I rarely have that. I don't have that on so many other champions, but it's fine, it's okay. But that was our team that we were able to do it for. There were multiple times where we would get just to the end with the boss, and we were just about there, and then one of the champions would die, and we weren't able to get around back to Kinagashi in order for her to revive them. So we just put in some perseverance. We kept going through because I could tell this was the team. It was going to be able to do it. It got through the waves fairly easily. Took a second, but we got through. We did it on manual, and then we would get to the boss, and then we just had to keep on trying over and over again to get to the point where we either got the boss down and just whacked her enough that we didn't have to worry about a revive, or whack her enough and then, at the very end, if someone dies or close to the end, we were able to get Kinagashi in and do that clutch save and revival and revive that ally so that we can end with a full team and get the 3 stars. So even though this team wasn't perfect and there were definitely some areas that needed to be upgraded, leveled up, yada yada, we were able to build out a team that successfully finished the Faction Wars boss, which made me so freaking happy. Now, next goals is we only have one more to go. We only need 2 more stars. We've got 943 out of 945. And then if we're able to do it, which is the Knights Revenant, that's our last chance, we will get our freaking Lydia, and then we're gonna be baddies and we're gonna be awesome. But also I'm trying to get through these faction wars and get my Lydia, not only so that I can say I did it, because I wanna say that, but also so that we can be ready for the new update that's coming up where there's going to be harder faction wars going on. So I just want to be ready for that and have this done and out of the way. It's taken way too long to get there, but we're getting there. Real quick, I just want to show you the available champions that I have for Knights Revenant, and I would love to know, I would love your feedback, because I am struggling with it. I have some damage dealers, I have some great synergies, like for instance, we've got a Skull Crown and I have a Sinisha. They're both not fully built out, but they are level 60 and they all have their masteries and things. We do have a miscreated monster. He has been helpful. We have got a walking Doom Drang. We have an Eric's. There's so many different champions that I have available. A Doom Priest. There's probably some just sitting around that maybe is really great at Faction Wars and I just didn't realize it, or maybe one that synergizes really well with the rest of the team and would be able to help us get to where we need to be and finish up that 3 stars. The only thing is, as of right now, unless I do a shard pull and get a crazy Knights Revenant that'll help me with it, we don't actually have a solid reviver for Knight's Revenant. I only have Skull Crown right now, and the thing about hers is it's just a passive revive. She doesn't revive someone else on her team. She only revives herself too if Sinesha, I think it's Sinesha. Whenever her sister is on her team, then she's able to revive herself. But other than that, we don't actually have another reviver, so we can't do the same thing we did with the Shadowkin. We actually have to figure out a good synergy for this team, and I've tried every single time Knight's Revenant comes up. I've actually spent hours trying different, you know, team synergies, manualing it, going through and trying really hard to get everyone to the end, but I just can't. I can't hit it. I've got, you know, some tankies, I've got HP burns, I've got some damage dealers. I'm not sure what to do and go from here, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought about maybe building out a renegade. This renegade I have right here, I have her built specifically to do spider. I have like a 30-second spider run that I do on normal, and I specifically have her under geared so that the spiders attack her. But I do have another renegade, so I could just build this one out specifically for this. I don't know. I would love feedback if you have any. Help me out here. I want to get this done. We need the Lydia. Lydia is a baddie, and I want her right now. And the fact that I haven't been able to get her for so long, even though I've been playing on this account for freaking years and years, makes me upset. I just want to get her so I can say that I have her. Plus, she's actually freaking awesome. So I'm so glad we were able to get the Shadowkin done. We just had to do a bit of reworking. I did have to build out a few champions more to be able to get there. And honestly, it was with a champion that, I don't know, I don't think she's... Yeah, she's apparently everyone else agrees. She's not really used in a whole lot of areas. So even though I have other champions that I use in many different areas, like for instance, like Genbo's great with Arena. I've got Ninja. He's helping me with Doom Tower and other areas of the game. But it all came down to, I just needed to take a champion that is specifically great for this specific area and build them out almost all the way. We didn't even have to build her out all the way. We just needed her tough enough to be able to revive that one champion at the end, and then we got it. So next goal is Knight's Revenant. We got Shadowkin done. Very happy. And then we're going to get to freaking Lydia. Wish me luck. Thank you so much for watching this all the way to the end. I hope you have an amazing freaking day. Keep killing it, and I'll see ya.